Here in our show, we like to have fun. This is the main point. It's why I love doing what I do here for you and your enjoyment. But honestly, we've had a very successful first quarter of 2025, and we thought there's no better way to celebrate and enjoy it than celebrating with the content we created. And so we're going to do a bit of that this week here for you and let you enjoy some of your favorites by viewer engagement, by viewer support. This is how we pick the shows this week for you to enjoy. All that and more coming up on CKPG Today.
Give me a second to get ready, gotta. I need a moment, get steady, gotta. Wait up. I need a minute to jump on it, gotta. Hold up. I'm feeling good, it's getting messy, gotta.
Popcorn Day. Some would argue it's one of the most poppin' days of the year. Physically, maybe, yeah, actually. But we're gonna pop today. We're gonna do some popping with Mountain Air Kettle Corn. Great folks, great popcorn. I'm gonna show you how it's made today on the show with Cohen. He's gonna stop by and show us his big kettle. Look at the size of this thing. All right, now time for the action. Cohen, how's it going? Happy Popcorn Day.
Well, thanks for having us.
Yeah.
It's a good day.
Well, thanks for coming on and making the time. I mean, you're a busy guy.
You betcha. Yeah, we do a lot of events around town and things like that. This time of year, obviously, it's a little slower, so it's a good time to come up.
You know, I thought this was fitting because I've consumed many bags of your popcorn over the years, but I don't know if I've ever seen it made.
Yeah. So a lot of times we do cook on site, like Canada Day and different events around town. When we can cook on site, it's nice. Sometimes we just pre-bag and bring to the markets and things like that.
Awesome. Well, what's your favorite part of cooking before we get started here?
Well, like I say, this is our 16th year. It's me and my wife have run it for 16 years. My
Sweet 16.
Yeah. My kid hangs out and helps out once in a while. It's fun. It's a family thing, right? So like I say, the smells and things like that, it's nice around the community. So like I was explaining earlier, it's heated by propane, almost like a tiger torch. We put the oil in. It's 100% canola oil. We have a specific recipe we follow.
I was going to say, what about the seeds? Are they particular?
Yeah. So that's just popcorn kernels, just regular. We do a butterfly. That's our sugar.
Kettle corn, always the same flavor for you guys, right?
Yeah, we do sweet and salty.
Okay.
Right?
Yep.
That is kettle corn.
Yep.
We sure, if people are diabetic or can't have sugar, we do put it in without sugar for special events and things. But as you see, like it gets going pretty quick here. All right, you ready for the money shot? Here we go.
Here it comes. Well, it makes a lot of popcorn. It didn't feel like you put that much in there.
Yeah, no, it lasts really good. And we always put some oil in just to cool the kettle down until the next batch. And this is what gives us the, so we have the sweet.
Yep.
And now we're gonna add the salt, right?
Oh, yeah. You got that shake dialed. You practice that, eh?
You betcha, yeah.
Put this down.
Put your visor down.
We're
Safety
engaged.
first here.
Okay.
Yeah, throw her in. Yep.
Just throw her in?
Yep. And then the sugar, cup of that. Perfect. Excellent. Now just start stirring until you get that liquefied, right?
Yep. Feel like a witch.
Yeah. Yeah.
Walter White vibes for sure.
Yeah, Walter White. So now you're start going a little faster.
Okay, faster.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can hear it start cooking.
Here we go. It's a grand moment.
Yeah.
Watch out, producer Zach. They're coming for you. Oh man, this is fun.
Yeah.
It is kind of fun to watch them jump around.
You betcha. As long as it's not jumping in your face.
No, that's pretty good.
You're doing great, man.
We're not even burning it, Colin. That's pretty good.
Keep going, buddy. You're doing good.
Keep going. We'll keep going.
Keep going. Yep.
Holy moly.
Yeah.
Are we
I'm
good?
gonna hop behind you.
Get it?
Yeah. Perfect. Now let's dump her. Perfect. And use your paddle to get it all out. This
paddle,
yeah,
yeah.
just pull her down. Excellent job.
Look at that. We didn't even burn it.
Yeah, you did awesome, bud. Jeez.
Oh, man. High fun. That was so much fun.
That
Okay.
was fun.
Before we let you go, over and under on how many bags you think you made?
Right now, I'd say we did about 6 larges, right? 6 large bags.
6 large bags out of this?
Either yours and mine together, yeah.
In your lifetime of making popcorn, though,
Yeah.
how many do you think you made?
Oh, thousands. We don't know how many we do.
Do you have Colonel Nightmares?
Colonel Nightmares, yep, you betcha.
We know a good therapist.
Yeah.
We recommend you.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks for coming
Yeah,
up.
you betcha. Happy Popcorn Day, everyone.
Let's pop together. Is there a trick to this?
Well, I'll see how you do.
Oh boy,
Yeah.
this is
You can't go all the way in. I'll show you.
something like that.
Yeah,
what's
sort
your
of. Hey,
trick?
nothing against you, man. You're doing good. You're doing good.
Okay, I like positive.
I've only done it
reinforcement.
for 16 years, you know.
Oh, it's a little quicker than me.
Yeah.
We're here inside Star City Cheer and Tumbling in Prince George. Brand new facility here in town and a pretty cool new club as well. We're going to show you a little bit about what they're all about today with Gwen and Jada as well. Gwen, tell me a little bit about you guys here at the club and what you started.
So we started 2 years ago, so we're just coming to the end of our second season. And so we were able to sort of keep going after the previous club closed down. And so it was a way to sort of offer cheer ongoing for the kids who've been part of it, and then, you know, as a new activity for kids, primarily girls, as you can see, but not exclusively girls, but primarily girls, and just to keep it going and have a good time.
I like it. And now, Jada, you're one of the coaches here. So tell me a little bit of what it's like to be a coach and what makes a great cheerleader.
It's really fun being a coach. The kids are very, very dedicated, and sometimes they'll leave little messages on our phones after we record. They'll like come up our phones and take pictures and silly videos, and then but the kids are really fun. Being a cheerleader, it's all about kindness, really. It doesn't take much to be a cheerleader. You don't have to have any experience. I didn't have any experience, but hey, I'm here.
I was going to say, so did you start dancing and then went into this?
No, actually, I did nothing. I was the most unathletic person you could ever meet.
And look at where you are now.
Yep.
Talking about it on TV.
Right?
Pretty good. Okay, Gwen, and tell me about this floor we're on here. This is not a normal floor. It's a little bouncy.
Yeah, this is a spring floor, so similar to what you would find in like a gymnastics club. And it just gives a little extra bounce and it takes a little more absorption from when the kids are jumping and tumbling.
I like it. TC Energy, a big part of the club here as well. Jada, tell me a little bit about what we're about to see today. You got some routines planned?
Yeah, we have our 2 oldest teams here today. They're going to show you a little bit of their routine, maybe some jumps, some stunting, maybe some people going up in the air. Yeah, maybe we'll put you in the air.
Maybe. Okay, well, I'll wait with bated breath and see what happens here today. Thanks so much for your time.
Sounds good, thanks.
That's how they do it here at Star City Cheer and Tumble. I'm going to stay right here. I'll just stick to the cheerleader because they just killed it. Come check them out here. Wally West, a Prince George pioneer. Well, not only here in Prince George, really a photography pioneer. Really, BC, Canada, you look back in history, this is a very important figure for many reasons. Well, we're going to talk about him today on the show at WD West Studios. The legacy still lives on here with Craig Prudenti. We're going to talk to him about some of his legendary stories with the one and only Wally West. Come on, let's head inside. Inside the legendary building, legendary business here with Craig now. Craig, how's it going?
Good, thank you very much.
Yeah, thanks for having us today. This is a pretty cool place. This is not the original WD West, but the business has lived on here for a long time.
That's exactly right. The original WD West was over on George Street, where the Ramada Hotel is now.
Oh,
The building was called the Ritz-Kiefer Building. It was a dance hall. CKPG's original office in the same year, 1946, was one of our neighbors.
Really?
In the Ritz-Kiefer Dance Hall, that's right. And I think Jack Carbett was around in those days. About 5 years after he'd got there in 1946, he moved to where the Pastry Chef bakery is now, on George Street as well. And then about 1958, he moved across the street to where the Commonwealth building is, next to where Morrison's Menswear used to be. And that building, we had a big flood and it came right up to the doorstep. Larry Merritt just did a drawing of it. And shortly after that, about 1961, Wally moved to where the Bowie's family had their store on 3rd and Brunswick.
So you guys have almost touched every part of downtown, you pretty much
Pretty
have.
well, yeah. And where our parking lot is next door, that was our best location. It was huge. It was 3,000 square feet, 14-foot ceilings. Like it was a meat market before the Williams family had it. And the first contact I had with the West family outside of peddling papers on the street here when I was little, like 7 or 8 years old, was going in there with a friend of mine on a Friday night when we were still open late. And we offered to vacuum the floor in exchange for a tour of the business, because I was quite interested in the dark rooms and the chemistry of the business.
And that's what Wally's kind of known best for, right?
Yeah, exactly right. So I made myself useful enough by emptying garbage cans and running errands that when I hit 16 years old, at the end of February, which is when my birthday was, I was washing the windows inside the building, and Wally came up to me and he says, "I guess I have to hire you now. You're a legal age." And of course, the minimum wage back then was $1.25, and the IWA rate was about $4.50. So, you know, there was a bit of a gap there. But you know, I was lucky because I was allowed to, you know, learn the business on my time. Between 14 and 16, and then working full time for him and becoming. You know, a fixture in the business after that.
I was going to say, talk to me about Wally West as a guy. What do you remember about him?
Oh, he was great. He used to scare the living Jesus out of me when I was younger, because he had silver hair and he was a skookum guy.
Okay.
And but he was just a great guy. If you proved yourself to him, you were fine. You know, and he would respect you for that.
This camera collection here.
Yes.
Tell me about this. This is yours?
Yes, I started collecting cameras when I was about 12. That was one of the first times I ever met Wally, because the first camera I got was from Payless Surplus down on First Avenue, where S&S Doors is, I believe now. And I paid $5 for it, and it was a 3D camera, and it was made by David White in Chicago. It was a big deal.
A 3D camera,
but it was a totally useless camera if you just wanted to take normal pictures.
Okay.
Because every time you took a picture, you were wasting 2 frames of 35 millimeter.
Probably pricey too.
So yeah. So anyhow, I came over and I saw Wally And he says, well, that's, it's a nice camera. Is this your first camera? I said, no, I had a Brownie Fiesta, a little, Kodak Brownie. He says, well, I wanted a 35 millimeter is what I said to him. So what does he do? He grabs a 35 millimeter camera off his used shelf. He says, this camera's for 3D pictures. You're just going to waste a whole bunch of money because it's not going to work for you. So he gave me this other camera, and I took it to Edmonton for a trip, and I shot about half a roll of film, and the damn thing didn't work.
Oh, geez.
So I came back after that deal, and I got another camera, and I still have it to this day.
So there you have it. Yeah, there's some of the history of Wally West. We're going to come back and develop some photos with Craig, so don't worry. We're going to do that part too. But I bet you didn't know this building as well is actually from the old South Fort George. Was hauled down here by some horses. Believe me, it's true. It's a true story. Okay, there you go. A little bit of now you know, a little bit of history, and there's more to come next time we visit WD West.
Taking a look outside of today's CKPG Snapshot. Great moment here for the Garlic family because it's Tina Garlic's first hummingbird sighting of the season. This is pretty early for the hummingbirds, I gotta be honest. If I'm still getting cold out there, I'm sure the hummingbirds are as well. This is a determined hummingbird. There's no doubt about that. Definitely. If he's flying around in this weather, that's one that deserves all of the juices from that feeder. Thanks so much for sending this one in, Tina. If you got a snapshot, send it our way. Snapshot@ckpg.com. Cool moment to look back on from 1995. A 70-year-old Bob Clark, would be a lot older today, would be over 100 actually, was launching his 1945 clinker-built boat he restored in Clucas Lake. Both Bob Clark and the boat look very cool in this photo, reason why we picked it, and it just shows lake season, it's starting up here in the Prince George region. Pretty cool boat here. 18.5-foot cedar, oak, and mahogany boat. Imagine how much money that'd be worth today.
Yeah, what a pleasure it was the first 4 months of this year. Just a real treat, experiencing so many different things, getting to go so many cool places, and yeah, just like you, I'm sure. I can't wait for the Leafs to come out and get some more hot weather here in Prince George, but we're going to do that together too. Okay, thanks so much for watching today, and enjoy the week. Of course, we'll be back with more fresh stuff next week. We'll see you then, folks. Bye for now.